Hello everyone, Murray the Pieman back for a bit more Star Trek Online. Now, for those of you who came in late, we're working through the Cardassian struggle, the Deep Space Nine based set of missions. These are now really the second set which you can run at as any faction. They're not faction locked like the intros are. We're with Drakhara because she is not my main, but she is our main for this playthrough. I've mentioned in previous videos, this is almost split into two parts. So first half of this, we're retrieving an orb, which took us in conflict with the True Way, a rebellious Cardassian squad, and into the Mirror Universe. The second half is us find a Ketracel White factory and a Dominion faction led by Lass, a character who popped up in Deep Space Nine, who set up his own link with all the other changelings apart from Odo, who were sent into the Alpha Quadrant hundreds of years ago. And he's conned them into thinking that the Federation's out to get them. All of the Alpha Quadrant's out to get them, and that a war of genocide is being waged. So we are here to stop them, basically. But we've got a Vorta with us who has made a deal that we won't kill him. We will mete out justice as the founders there decide. So we are currently approaching the planet, and here it is. So. This one actually follows a similar pattern. While these were rejigged, the structure wasn't particularly original. It's going to follow the same idea. We fight some things in space and fight some things on the ground. So Tolan Kev is telling us we have arrived in the Orion system. There's an M-class planet ahead, but I'm detecting Jem'Hadar vessels in the vicinity. I doubt they'll allow us to reach the planet unscathed. Okay, well, so basically, there's some Jem'Hadar ships there. What you have to fight. So.
The Jem'Hadar will not likely be interested in negotiation. I'm afraid you'll have to fight your way through.
Well, yeah, my officer just told me that. Well, let's just get us into range. You might notice I use the full spread more. The heavy plasma torpedo that I can fire at the moment does more damage, but usually, particularly in fighting squads of smaller ships, it's always handier just to be able to mete out as much damage to as many of them as possible. And yes, a battleship again.
Still, the nice thing about Jem'Hadar is that you can always breed more.
I suppose you're right there, but please say it in a less sinister way. Hopefully I will get the same luck I did with the last one. And find it napping. Launching some boarding shuttles. It's a feature that's it still works to an extent. To be honest, it becomes more of a mind. That's even more. I've got a real dislike for any powers that interfere with your ability to move things or trap your and make you maneuver differently. Very much up. There's the boarding party shuttles. Yeah, this is the disabled weapons. That's nice. Another bottom. Should have actually gone for the header one. No matter.
To think I will be the first Vorta to meet the new link.
Well, that'll be a thing. I was going to say I think you can tell your kids about them, but they're all clones, so guess not. I'm speeding us up a bit here because that's the last thing. We'll destroy the turrets, and not just turrets. You can't quite see it because there's a lot there, but there are some here. Attack ships. And the trick with this, which I'll probably completely ignore, is to not have the turrets fighting at the same time as the ship. So, for example, I'm getting that's just about in range. In fact, we've got a couple of turrets in range. We're gonna let this at least. We want to then bear away as quickly as possible because what we don't want is to have everything shooting at you at once. And the upshot is these turrets, they can't follow you. So I can effectively kite the Jem'Hadar away and come back round. We actually got caught in each other's blast, which is quite handy. Couple more turrets around the back of this. I'm going to probably be a tractor beam turret. I love throwing those in. Down to doing this in this ship is this ship really looks better from the front. Oh, yeah, I knew there was a tractor beam turret somewhere. I love throwing those things in. And we'll disable the platform while we're here. Yes, I'm ready to be done. So that's the space bit done. Who are you? Well, apparently whoever that guy was, we've arrived on Arias, sir, and detecting Jem'Hadar life stages should be on our guard. It does this sometimes, throws in random officers. I always thought it should be your landing party who
You have to admire the devotion of the Jem'Hadar. They never seem to tire of throwing their lives away for the Founders.
Don't know if I admire it really, it's I think a bit creepy. So, that's one of the things I liked in the rejig was...
There it is. It's even more beautiful than I imagined. To think, my gods slumber below, dreaming in their link.
Yep, so that's the link. I quite like the way, generally, in Deep Space Nine, the Great Link was on a basically desert planet with that, and I like the way in this one they kind of made it this weird rainforesty planet. Just makes it a bit different. So we will make short work of Jem'Hadar here. Basically, there's a couple on patrol, and a couple in this little platform thing here. You know, demolitionists probably shouldn't have just stopped there and looked to be gone and stuff. You can see, yeah, he kind of cowers while battles are happening. Inventory's full again. Again, apologies, slight pause. Okay, back at it. Sorry if there's a slight jump. Oh, I was just a cough. So we'll scan the catch sulfide container. Yay! Trace elements, further manufacturing of silting tables. I'll collect samples
It's
for analysis.
almost sacrilegious to have you here. I hope the Founders will understand the necessity and forgive me.
I don't care. So we've got another one of these wee things here. Oh, they just appeared out of nowhere. So yep, again, just one with this pole arm thing. Yeah, I do like, you know, again, this it's an interesting map. I think actually in the original version it was like a facility with a big vats that you had to destroy. It was meant to be a cloning facility rather than a location of a link. But I can't remember. It's actually something I'd really love them to do, is allow those missions back to be played even if they weren't in the story. I'll possibly be able to demonstrate a little of what that looks like in later videos. So, to whoever finds this pad, know that what you're reading is an act of disobedience, and if you're reading this, I am most likely dead. We are programmed to believe that the Founders are God and infallible, but lately I have become to question Lass's orders. Some of his explanations no longer make sense. For example, we have been monitoring transmissions from local systems, and none of them have any mention of this crusade against the Founders. One of my brothers says he went to a facility where Ketchself White is manufactured. He said there was a Vorta there, but this Vorta is almost a prisoner and does not command the Jem'Hadar there. Still, obedience brings victory, and victory is life. Who are we to question the motives of God? When a God lies, is it still a lie? So there you go. They were trying for a Rocks and Shoals thing here, if you know that episode where basically...
The other Vorta are going to be so envious
I was telling
when
a
they
thing
hear about this.
but they were going for the idea of Jem'Hadar who's maybe asking questions, and he's one of this crowd here. No, they're not going to negotiate, and basically they are still going to charge at us. So let's just start this with open this with a grenade and see how it ends. So there he is, Lumatukan, or Lumatakan. It's usually the format of the Jem'Hadar names. Again, mini boss here. Can't remember if there's any more. I think we are just about there. Don't think other Jem'Hadar appear. So yeah, here we get cutscene starting. I guess we've got to go off and say hi. What's up?
Have you come to finish the job of exterminating us, Solid?
Yeah, no, I mean, no, we're not here to hurt you. You've been deceived by Lass.
Impossible. We have linked with Lass. He is in the link as we speak. We know all that he knows.
Well, then he must have a way of deceiving you.
It is true that he awoke before us. Let us summon him to answer these charges.
Well, we've got our own witness as well.
It's true, Great One. These people are not hunting you. The Great Link remains. The Dominion has a treaty with the Alpha Quadrant species.
Yeah.
This creature lies.
Don't know if they got the voice
You
actor.
have joined with me. You
Then
know
you should
all.
have no qualms
that I know.
about linking.
I think we've
No.
been revoiced recently.
These solids have poisoned your minds. I will not be forced to link by them.
So, yeah, we have to fight Lass. There he is. Yep, it's a changeling fight. If I remember, this goes through 3 exciting stages. Why did everyone go for Lonoff? Seems to attract grief. I also like the fact that I'm setting off grenades around all the others and they're just not noticing. Would it be sacrilege? Well, currently he's got rid of me. Ooh, I'm splashing in Dominion. Actually, quite good. But I probably shouldn't. I think we get annoyed at that. Another grenade. So yeah, I'm afraid this isn't that exciting. It now becomes lobby form. That shot is this lobby form can't move, so things like that one which sets the ground on fire. Wait, I can do a security detail now. Can use this as well. Boost the power of my beams a bit. Yeah, that's good. He's at least attacking the security escort rather than said she. Well, nearly down with all lobby form, and then he becomes solid form again. Does he move around in this one? Can't remember. Yes, he does. How do I know that? Because I'm currently floating above him. Ow. At least Lonos feeling better. Oh, he's decided out of all the things that are shooting him, he's going to fight the medical generator. Well, that's definitely a move. And now we're turned into a lobby puddle. There we go.
Although it is unfortunate we had to resort to
No,
violence
I had resorted to violence.
to force Lost into his liquid form, we are grateful for your assistance. We shall now be able to link with him and learn the whole truth of our past.
Would you sound less evil, just a bit?
If you are telling the truth, you have nothing more to fear from us. But we request that you leave us in peace. We have no interest in dealing with your kind.
You're welcome. I hope in time you'll change your mind, but we'll respect your wishes.
Well, it has been a pleasure knowing you.
Really hasn't.
I will remain here and serve the Founders. They have been without a Vorta and have much to learn about their siblings in the Gamma Quadrant. I know the Founders may seem ungrateful to you, but what can you expect from a god?
Better.
Still, you have my gratitude for whatever the gratitude of an insignificant servant is worth.
Not much. Safe journeys in the end. Let's go. Like I said, it's kind of almost two small stories split into two parts each, rather than a big coherent story. Oh, Jem'Hadar Dreadnought's warping in, they're healing us.
Although you have slain our brothers,
Yep.
we have orders to allow you to leave the system. But you are never to return. And let it be known among your peoples that this system belongs to us, and you are not welcome.
Oh, don't worry, we'll leave you in peace. You should probably launch a beacon so no one else comes here. Yeah. Launch a beacon saying this place sucks. Now, this beacon launch thing, a little extra bit they put on it. You can see the kind of marker points up there. There we go. So I just need to get into when it tells me to launch beacon, but one of the things you have to do is stop. If you don't, the beacon won't launch. And you'll burrow around in there for ages wondering what you're doing wrong. Right, so we deployed it, we've launched it, and now we configure it using the scanning minigame. You ready to leave the system? I am.
Congratulations! You have defeated the True Way and made peace with the Alpha Changelings. I have transmitted messages to the major powers of the galaxy, advising them to avoid the Araya system.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations, Admiral.
I'm waiting. Someone's about to interrupt. We need our best captains to work in the special task force operations. Their difficult missions require a skilled team to work together. Come and see me in Deep Space Nine, and I will give you more information about task force operations.
Do you have any questions?
Oh, you have a voice. No, not at the moment. So, this is technically the first mission of the next thread, but I'm actually going to, just because we've not really had a good look around Deep Space Nine, and I've driven into some. I thought it would be worth just getting this bit out of the way. So that was the Cardassian struggle arc finished. And again, the arcs are usually, most of them are quite short, usually 4 to 6 episodes, varying, again, particularly these ones that they rejigged. In fact, we will be moving on to the next rejigged arc. Because they did this quite a lot. Actually, the first one was, if I remember the order, it was this one, then it was the Romulan one, and then, which we played through already, and then it was this. This is sort of the oldest stuff in the game. And yes, after this, kind of everything's, it's had tweaks and prods, but everything's roughly as it was. After we finished this last set of missions, everything's roughly as it was. Like I say, there's been fits and prods here, but nothing's had a big rewrite since then, so let's approach Deep Space Nine, because I also want to show you a couple of other things while we're on the promenade. We never really did take a good look around. We will have another mission, so look at that. Now, one of the things that I said was I talked about optional missions. We're not quite at the stage yet, but basically there are, I want to say, definitely 2, possibly 3. No, in fact, there's 3 additional mission threads. There's one based around Deep Space Nine. There's one based around a race called the Defiri, and there's one based around kind of travelling back to the past. I'm going to dock at Deep Space Nine for this. Now, what I'm actually going to do with those, they unlock at a certain level, but you kind of have to go and find them. They're not in the normal mission diary. They're ones you have to go out and seek. And what I'll probably do is bounce them around some of the mains that you've already seen. So you'll see Matens again, probably doing one of them. You'll definitely you'll be seeing Doug already, but you'll see more of Doug doing one. And I'll feed them, and they don't really fit anywhere. Well, when I say they don't fit in the mission things, they do sort of. There's definite points that they have to. But that's going to be one of the things that I do just to make sure you're not all Drakhara all the time. Now, the other thing is actually what this lad's going to be talking to us about. So here we are. Now, we only really went to Ops last time, so this has been redesigned. It was redesigned fairly recently, a few years ago. And we've now got, like, by always dock, because if you beam on, you'll just beam on, but I want to go through the big dangerous rolling doors, so we made this Deep Space Nine-esque thing and really expanded the promenade. So there are things like, you can, with a bit of strategic jumping, you can go up these stairs, walk along the top of that, and in fact, they've made this, well, this is part from the RISE, so there are banners up for various baseball teams, but it's just nice having the upper level of the promenade here. And the other thing they did, which again there's a memorial up here, the other thing they did was in the old Deep Space Nine map, Quarks was actually a separate instance. You kind of went into Quarks and then did that. Now we're going to go and see a bloke. But first I'm actually going to go into the security office, because in most bases there's a security office. There's a couple of things you can do, so you'll find a security officer. Now with Klingons you've got a triple bounty, you can turn over contraband. I don't actually have, I actually have to make sure I've not got all my duty officers. No, I'll finish those up, that's right. So I can actually turn over, I've picked up some contraband, so I can get a bit of points for that. I don't think I've got any prisoners at the moment. One, don't have enough to consign them. There is a triple bounty, but the other thing you can do is deliver your defeated changeling for just a bit of extra XP and dilithium, so worth doing that if you just run through these missions, just to get that thing out your inventory. as you're seeing a struggle with inventory. Now, what we're looking for is the Task Force Omega. But you've got all the usual stuff here. It's a social zone in the game. There's your transporting area. Yes, all of these are actual class maps. So there's where you could modify your ship. There's your bank, as in where you keep extra stuff. But they do have other places. So yes, you've got kit, equipment, weapons, all sorts of things. And they have tried to put features in from the game as well. I mean, again, things like your bank is the assay office. There's the Jumja stand. Now, I walked past where I want to go just to show you. There are, again, there's kits, equipment, weapons. I've walked into a pillar. I also want to show you some things like this. They've got Garrett's clothes shop. Just like I say, as a nice thing, and the infirmary as well. So again, as you would have seen it in Deep Space Nine. So it's just they spent a lot more time making everything work. They opened up a lot of areas. You've got the Temple of the Prophets as well. Again, if you want to go and have a wee pray, there's the Temple of the Prophets. So yeah, they've really put everything in here, and of course Quark's. Let's not go into Quark. We will do more later, but again, Quark's bar, complete with you can play darts. Yep. We both played darts. You can play Dabo as well. Still don't know what Dabo actually is. And they've got the Klingon chef, this guy. Love this guy. Yeah, one of the things I wanted to show you in detail though was the directory in Deep Space Nine. Because they actually have things written, and again, some of the jokes that were in the actual directory on set. So things like the Banzai Institute from Buckaroo Banzai, Berman's Dilithium Supply, Cavor's Gravity Devices, that's from, not Quatermass, it's one of your old things around, sort of Victoriana. There's probably ones I don't get as well. Diva Droid Corporation from Red Dwarf, Forbin Project from Lost the Forbin Project, Fredrickson Squid Vendor's probably got something. Garrett Close, was it? Yeah, again, some of those. Jupiter Mining Corporation, Milliways from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Pancho's Happy Russian Riding Club, there's no flight thing. Was it Cirrus Cybernetics Corporation, another Hitchhiker's one. Again, Tom Servo's Used Robots, all System MST3K there. Yo-Yo Down Propulsion Systems, I think that was again Buckaroo Banzai, and of course Chef Zimmerman again. So yeah, love the detail. Now I was looking for the Task Force Omega, because if you're going to have a task force, you give it a cool name. And so here it is. This will explain a bit about what they're talking about. So it was this guy who wanted to have a chat with us. You asked to see me?
You have earned renown for your deeds, and our galaxy is in great need of skilled warriors, diplomats, and scientists. I am in charge of joint task forces responsible for protecting the galaxy from threats like the Borg. Our unified team, the Omega Force, includes members of all species and all governments who have what it takes to stand in the way of galactic destruction and say, resistance is inevitable. We are the thin line that separates the Empire from ruination. It is our job to take on the most impossible tasks and make them possible. Special task forces aren't for everyone, but the rewards for those who can complete them are worth the effort. From what I hear, you and your ship are more than up to the task.
Oh, thank you.
Completing my missions won't be easy, but I and my officers will do all I can to help you. You will earn the finest weapons and armor that the Alpha Quadrant has to offer. You will be able to outfit your ship with equipment that will make you the envy of your fellow officers.
Impress your friends and
Even
neighbors.
special personnel or resources will be available to you. Good luck. You're going to need it. Do you have...
So that was that. So what he's actually doing, I'll talk about Datan in a minute. I'll talk about what he's doing in a minute. So Datan's now Borg activities increase notable throughout that beta quadrant. Our intelligence suggests a disturbing cause for Borg presence here aboard Tal Shiar experiments and Borg technologies. Talk to the Romulan ambassador in Kronos for more information and aid the Empire. So I'll leave that for the next mission, because that's a long flight, which I don't think you guys need to see, but we do need to get all the way across the quadrant anyway. But I thought I'd give you a show around Space Nine. So what he was talking about was task force operations. You have seen these already in the Christmas episode I did a few years ago, when you saw the fight with the snowmen. They used to be called queues. They're basically activities you can do with a chosen group or a pop-up group. Usually done with pop-up groups. Now, I am going to go, there's a couple of threads. There's actually a little Borg thread, there's a Romulan one as well, and I am at some point going to record them, but with other Alps. Let's just see a few of my Alps, because why not show them off if we've made them? And let's just see some of these missions happen, but they'll be a bit tricky to record, because you do have to request a mission and see if it starts, so I've still got to get my head around how that's going to work. But when I do it, again, those will probably be things I'm throwing after I've finished throwing in actual missions from our main Alps that we've seen, going through sort of other missions that you can do in thread. But like I say, I've got plenty to fill up caps. I am also going to, I've always had on my resolution list to do more. Don't know why that guy's doing Starjets. Is that player? Not just some rando. So, once again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed the Cardassian struggle plot. Please like and subscribe if you want to catch more of this. Again, the next missions we're launching on are Borg themed, and Borg are exciting, so I'm told. So obviously we can be looking at that, and you can start going into those and seeing what the Borg missions are like. And finally, again, if you want to watch other videos, there's plenty on the YouTube channel. If you want to talk to me below in the chat, or at Pyman70 on most social medias. I'm on Blue Sky, Mastodon, and Twitter. All at Pyman70. On Mastodon, I think it's with Mistodon Social, the kind of one with no vowels. So if you want to talk to me in any of those, just give me a shout. If you've got anything to say about the videos, anything you'd want to see, I'm always open to suggestions. Won't promise to enact them, but I'll definitely consider them. So all it remains for me to say is once more, thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. But until then, bye for now.